20 years. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, check money! Come on. Check.
And that's complete. It's Sims. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
56. We got trips over
Throwing is Allen on third. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, orbit.
To the air, Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. There he goes, right side, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Chargers set.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Check 50, check 50. Slant.
He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 10. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Kerryon Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The throw over the middle taken in. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
90 Wolf. Go, Tackles, go. We got this.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
On the double. 55.
They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. He'll get this to Eckler. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and 9 now. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
65.
2nd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's go now. 15 on. 15 on.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Agnew now to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
Ready, set.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, man. You need turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike, 49. Mike, 49.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
You got tape. You got tape.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
55. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Slam!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. After the sack on 1st down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot. One in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike 56. Monday. Hey, man.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. 3 down. 3 down. Showing it. Showing it.
Alert, alert, alert. Sub.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
The outlaw.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Ready.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
70, Indy.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now.
They go to Johnson again. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Middle. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing again. Allen. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll take a shot for the end. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Tighten up, tighten. X3, 218, chop.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. The Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Watch the safety creep. Say, recon, 132 fighter.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
And here's Allen throwing again. The throw taken in by Sims. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
56. Let's go.
Right there, 56. You can't block me.
Middle.
You can't block me.
Hey, Echo.
56, Mike, 56.
Hey, check.
Off play action. Allen. It's Williams on the catch. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Allen, off play action. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Cross the pass.
Shoot.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Down. 8, read.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Still When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate